Good morning. It is time to get up with a beatdown for the ages. The Knicks pitch a perfect Game 6. Wait till you hear what the odds say happen next. Meanwhile, Beantown, what is going on? The Sixers sock it to the Celtics. We'll give you the one simple reason Boston is on the brink. Plus, Fernando Mendoza sets the expectation. We'll tell you why the Raiders haters might be in real trouble for the first time in forever. All that and more. Here we go.
Get it.
Back
Get it.
Get it. Thrilled to have him with us. D-Wood is nervous. He's a Laker fan.
Stay tuned as please.
He's feeling nervous.
How's the anxiety?
Today too.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Alan Hahn has like one button this morning. We are rolling along today. Look who else is on the squad. Oh, McNutt is up early in Atlanta. The Windman is up super early in L.A. Tannenbaum, Jordan Rogers, let's go. We started in Atlanta last night where the Knicks were looking to deliver a knockout punch, and did they ever? What we're about to show you all takes place in the first quarter of this game. And Alan, I posted, I'm not sure if there's such a thing as a perfect quarter, but if there is one, the Knicks just played it.
Yeah, they absolutely did, because it's not just about the points they scored offensively. Their defense was locked down. They had them in the torture chamber from start of this game. And what was once a 9-0 run by the Hawks turned into a 31-4 run by the Knicks. What an answer.
OG Anunoby with a Euro step. Spike loving it. The Knicks up 40-15 after one. And then Shams, second quarter, more of the same.
I mean, missed shots, turnovers. It was just a complete collapse by Atlanta.
Absolutely, in every way. This looked like every offensive possession they had.
Yes.
And then we're going the other. Watch Mitchell Robinson on the receiving end here. Sets a screen, roll. Look at this.
Throw it up.
Oh, my goodness. The Knicks up 41 points. We're in the second quarter. Hawks getting off a rare field goal attempt. Then it's Brunson, the alley. It's Bridges, the oop. The Knicks are up by 47 points. Mike Breen was running out of ways to describe what he was seeing. Anunoby, he was the best player on the floor last night.
Yeah,
Knicks
in
up,
the series.
I'm about to say this. Knicks up 49. and you got to get the starters out. And this is why. Because you're going to get stuff like this. Dyson Daniels, a frustration elbow at the free throw area there. And then you got Mitchell Robinson. We're going to get a couple of ejections. This almost got ugly.
And watch Mike Brown. Mike Brown ends up on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what happened 28 years ago on this same day?
Jeff Van
Jeff
Gundy?
Van Gundy was on the floor on Alonzo Mourning's leg.
That's a dirty
How did that
elbow.
team finish,
elbow's
Alan?
bad.
How did that team finish?
How did that team
That
finish?
Knicks team.
I believe that team.
Was that the year they went to the final?
No.
And then lost? Whatever it was, doesn't matter. The point is the Knicks absolutely obliterated the Hawks last night. No one got suspended, or shouldn't be, and that's the most important part of it all. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. He was doing his thing. Josh Hart is knocking down threes. The Knicks at that point had a 61-point lead, largest lead by any team in a playoff game in the play-by-play era. They would wind up winning the game, and here are some numbers to give you a sense of how record-setting this was. They win by 51. That's the largest in team playoff history. It's the third largest in NBA history in a series clincher. They scored a franchise record 140 points. That's the most by any team in a series clinching win on the road since 1994. I could give you all the numbers that come out of the history that was made last night, but it's only a 2-hour show. So let's dive in. Monica McNutt, you were doing the game on the radio. How do you describe what you watched last night?
Greeny, I was running out of words. I mean, it was absolutely incredible to behold. I've been in my position for 5 years now. It's been a blast. I have never seen that level of dominance on both sides of the ball, right? And sometimes teams get off to a slow start, and maybe you play around a little bit because it's so comfortable, but the Knicks were so locked in, you could really see where their veteran experience in this moment took over. And Mike Brown said pregame that he had to give the Hawks credit because the way they had played in the series forced everyone to be better and raise their level, coaching staff and players included. But he said this veteran group has raised the bar, and they came out and continued that without question.
Windman, how about it?
Well, you've heard of a gentleman's sweep. You know, when a favorite wins 4-1 in a playoff series. I'm going to coin this the courtesy 6 because really the Knicks were the better team throughout this entire series. They lost 2 coin flip 1-point games. The Hawks played well in those games. They were able to get it, but the Knicks really dominated this, and the dam broke last night. And I think the most important thing that can come out of this going forward is how the Knicks started using Karl Anthony Towns midway through this series. Essentially, he became a point center. This is a guy who played 55 playoff games in his career, had a playoff career high of 5 assists, which he did twice. He had 26 assists in the last 3 games, 10 in 2 of them, as they have found a way to get him unlocked and really unlock this offense. Now, he was feeding OG Anunoby, he was feeding Mikal Bridges. There were other guys hitting shots. And I'm not saying they're going to play this way guaranteed in the next round, but they found a new way to use Karl Towns, which could be very important going forward.
Chomps, you're still relatively new to ESPN, and you're quite new to being on here with me. So here's what you're going to learn. I'm right like once a year, tops, right? So when
you're right more than that. You're right more than that.
No, you're going to find I'm wrong a lot. So I am so seldom right that I give myself the right to crow when I was right. And in this particular case, I told you, coming out, the Knicks have found something. This team that Alan, we were just talking before the air, they have the inexplicable lows sometimes. That's over. Those days are done. They have found it. They have stepped it up into playoff gear. I think this Knicks team is now the team to beat in the Eastern Conference.
Greeny, but this is what Leon Rose, that front office, this is what they envisioned with this core. That's why they have not wanted to break. Since they got Mikal Bridges a couple summers ago, they have not wanted to break up this core. You have Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, you have Mikal Bridges, obviously Karl Anthony Towns, and then Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, other types of role players that they've accumulated over the last couple off seasons. Even for a guy like Giannis, they didn't want to get rid of these guys. As you think last night, their wings, that's the most important part of this. Yes, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, but when those 2 wings are going like they did last night, 53 points, 21 of 26 from the field, and now expect them, if Boston advances 2 in a collision course, how these 2 fare against the wings.
Anunoby was the MVP of the series.
Yeah.
And just off of what Wendy said about the gentleman's sweep thing, can you win a series in 5 1/4? Because that's literally what happened in this game. And the point differential is the thing that really blows my mind too, because the 2 losses were by 1 point each. But overall, the Knicks' point differential is plus 105 in this series. It's one of the all-time biggest point differentials you'll see. And look at it in comparison to other series as well. So what they did in this series was dominate despite the fact that it had to go 6, and that's what frustrates them. And what we were talking about, the floor-to-ceiling thing with this team. You saw it in this series. You saw it in Game 2 when they gave a game away. That's the floor sometimes with them. But the ceiling, the gap between floor and ceiling is so wide because you saw it obviously in Game 6. This offense, which is very reminiscent of what Mike Brown saw as an assistant in Golden State, which was a lot of Brunson off the ball, running off screens, even setting screens, and Towns as the point man, as the hub, sort of like what Draymond Green did. It's very interesting that they have put this in at this point of the season.
They will next play on